Yeah, after the last race in Spielberg, it was awesome to go back to Australia and back, obviously back to my home country and hometown, and see the support I was getting. You sort of, when you're on the road all the time, you can forget that that's actually occurring back home. You have fans that are following you, so it was really nice to go back there and then be hounded by the media to answer questions so that everyone can keep up with what's going on. Yeah, Qantas looked after me. I knew the captain. We flew in the Air Force together, and he talked to the management of Qantas, and they looked after me really well and pushed me up into first class for the 15 or 16 hour flight from Sydney to Dallas. So it was an awesome thing. Thanks, Qantas, and yeah, it's good to be looked after. Yeah, every kid in Australia grows up watching sport, playing sport. It's something that we all follow. It's part of our culture. So to be involved in a world championship, for starters, is a great privilege, let alone to be in a battle for the world championship with a couple of races to go. So, if I were to pull it off to win the world championship, I'd be very proud of myself. I'd be very proud of my country, and I'm sure my country would be very proud of me. But that said, even if the results don't go that way and I end up being ranked number 2 in the world at the end of the year, I'm still quite certain that everyone's going to be giving me a pat on the back and wishing me the best. Yeah, this weekend here in the Texas Motor Speedway. It's an amazing venue. It's the biggest grandstand I've ever seen. The people are super friendly. I spent 3 years in the States when I was in the Air Force, and I love being in America. It's my second home. And to be racing around this track below the level of the grandstand and the buildings, with a huge amount of my friends are going to be here from the United States Air Force, are coming along to support me. So this is as close as it comes to a home race for me, and I'm really looking forward to getting out there in the track and seeing if I can lay down a blistering fast time. Yeah, this course is quite unique in the fact that we're inside the stadium when we're racing. Everyone can see every move we make. Our hangar's facing the crowd, but then specifically with the track itself, the last turn into the last gate is going to be quite spectacular. This race is not over until you cleanly go through that last pylon, because the last turn into the last gate is going to be where it's all at. The environment at this track is definitely a factor. It's going to be very hot. We're expecting up around 95 degrees or 35, 37 degrees Celsius. If there's any wind at all, it'll be spinning around inside the track, so it's hard to predict what the wind's doing. And wind has a massive effect on us trying to get through the gates, because a shift of only 10 mile an hour means that we're drifting at 5 meters per second, and we've only got a meter or two clearance on each wingtip, so we've got only about half a second reaction time to sort that out. So any environmental changes in here, the wind, the thermals and eddies, and just the fatigue from the temperature, they're all going to be massive factors at this race.